So last week I did a video that struck a little bit of a nerve. I want to deal with that and take it a step further. I did a video called H to the No, talking about the idea that we don't negotiate away our rights. I will not negotiate about or have discourse about trading some of our freedoms for anything. You cannot negotiate your way to peace. Since the dawn of humanity, those that can sharpen sticks the best and pick up the largest rocks and take care of threats in the next village, might wins. And it's always been that way. It will always be that way. And the idea that we are supposed to limit the way that we protect our families rustles my jimmies. And I say a big H to the no to that. Okay, so some people holler back at me and they push back. Yes, it's a short form video. I need to get to some of that. And I want to talk to you about a moron who has now decided that he's part of our community. And he's a ding-dong. Let me talk to you about that also. Buckle up. Here we go. Fittingly, today's episode is brought to you by folks that help you conceal carry. Yeah, you know who they are, Hidden Hybrid Holsters. They're fantastic. I've been telling you that for a long time, and they are. I'm going to challenge you. Get to it. Level up your everyday carry when you head over to hiddenhybridholsters.com. Pick it all out. Tell them I sent you, and then practice with it once you get it to your home. Big thank you to Hidden Hybrid Holsters. You people, thank you for every thumbs up. Did the video. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of folks that, okay, you missed this, you missed that, you missed it's short form video. It's part of our conversation. But in it, I said, I will not negotiate. I will not have these conversations where we say, well, we can have this, but we can't have, no. Abrams tanks if you can afford to feed them. And I had a lot of guys reach out, very polite. A lot of y'all very, very polite and interesting. And you said this, and it's an area that I missed. And guys said, you know what? I love having these conversations at work. I do too. I will conversate. I will not negotiate. Is that a better way to say it? We have a severe problem right now with mental health in America. And it is everywhere, and it's affecting everything. It's a Swiss cheese problem. You don't just lay one piece of cheese and cover the whole thing. You find one solution, lay it over the problem, and there's still holes. And you have another one, and now you still have holes, and you can still see the problem. It's a layered problem and layered solution. There's not one thing. Guys love banging in the comment section saying all we need to do is term limits. It's a lot. And a friend of mine stopped me not that long ago and said, hey, you know, what about, should anybody be able to go buy a gun? I said, yeah, if they're an American, sure. Of age? I can have the argument of the conversation about age. 15-year-olds, I don't know, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to argue that today. And he said, well, what about people that have severe history of violent mental health? I'm like, okay, now we can have a conversation. And maybe there needs to be a bar that's set, I don't know, maybe, or a line in the sand of who can and can't. I don't know, maybe, stay with me. But that line in the sand or the bar to get over or under cannot be maintained or created or facilitated or overseen by the federal government. They are a criminal organization, and they have shown themselves unfaithful in all of our rights and our country and our economy and our military muscle. Yeah, for more on that, see last weekend's news. So no, I'm not willing to have that conversation. Now, a lot of guys hollered and they said, Johnny, no, you can't buy bazookas. You shouldn't be able to buy machine guns. No. I used the example last time. If you can go buy a van and drive down in a pedestrian area, you have a weapon of mass destruction. Murder is already illegal. So I said all that to say this. No, we can conversate. We do not negotiate. And that brings me to a moron. Guess who has joined our side? Well, you may have seen it in the thumbnail for today. Yeah, David Hogg. He has decided that he has a long history of firearms and shotguns, and he's now one of us. On one hand, it's a joke and it's hilarious. On the other hand, we've got to pay attention to this because he is one of the mouthpieces right now, no pun intended, one of the mouthpieces right now of the far gun-grabbing left. And they are serious. They're more serious than a lot of our folks are. And this is the strategy that they believe is going to work to inch the line further. He did not come to this on his own. There is probably likely Fifth Avenue marketing departments that are doing heavy polling to figure it out. Well, I will accept a little bit more of a push or a line pushed our direction, boxing us in more and more if it's from a fellow gun owner. That's where this is coming from. It's the reason that all politicians go and do their hunting pictures, including Obama. That is the biggest joke in the history of jokes, was Obama with that shotgun. David Hogg has now joined those ranks. We need to pay attention to that. What say you? Are you willing to have a conversation? And when we talk about mental health, when we talk about folks that are uncomfortable with arming teachers, all of those things, are you willing to have a negotiation? I'm willing with my friends to have, I love those conversations. I think last week I misspoke and should have used the word negotiate, especially when it comes to legislation. That's the big one. No compromise. I'm wearing it across my chest from my cold, dead hands. Hey, I'm Johnny B, reminding you the Second Amendment's freaking awesome. Exercise your rights.